Welcome back to the channel. If you want to get cash from a credit card without a fee, here are the steps you need to follow right now. Step number 1, you want to use a balance transfer check. See, the thing is, if you have a credit card with a 0% introductory APR on balance transfers, you may be able to request a balance transfer check. Okay, and if you think about it, this is effectively a cash advance against your credit limit, but it will not incur the usual cash advance fees or interest charges. However, you will still have to pay any balance transfer fees that may apply to this transaction. And if you don't repay the balance within the intro period, you will start accruing interest at the regular APR. So it's really important, if you want to use this hack, make sure that you repay the balance within the intro period. Step number 1. Option number 2, use a convenience check. So basically, you are requesting a convenience check from your credit card issuer. So convenience checks are essentially personal checks that you can use to withdraw cash from your credit card account. Like balance transfer checks, convenience checks will not incur cash advance fees. However, they will usually be subject to the same interest rates and terms as regular purchases on your credit card. So boss, what I want you to do right now, I want you to really think about those two options. Now, where are you currently in terms of your credit card? Are you with a bank, a credit union? Are you with a national bank, a regional bank, and whatnot? So you want to think about your situation to really know what scenario applies better for you. Is it a balance transfer credit card, or can you actually request a convenience check easily? If it is a balance transfer credit card, have you received a pre-qualification, or do you have to do now like a soft? Do you have to do a hard pull only application? So those are really important for you to analyze. In our view, and if I just want to quickly talk about the two options here, if you use a balance transfer check, it's just a lot better to do a soft pull. Try to see if you can get pre-qualified for the balance transfer credit card first. Okay, and so once you do that, once you are approved for the balance transfer credit card, then you can request a balance transfer check. And please make sure that you ask the credit card issuer that there are no cash advance fees associated with this balance transfer check. Very important. You want to confirm that even before you do anything. Option number 3, you want to get a cash advance from an ATM. See, the thing is, if you have a debit card linked to your credit card account, you may be able to get a cash advance at an ATM. Now, some credit card issuers offer that option, so it really depends on your situation. So make sure that you double check that. Now, the option that I just mentioned, this option usually comes with fewer fees than using a credit card to get a cash advance directly from a bank. Okay, so you can also shift your bills around. So if you can use your credit card for something you would normally pay for with cash or with money in your bank account, go ahead and free up that cash. This could be particularly helpful if you get a new credit card with an introductory no interest offer that buys you time to catch up without accruing interest. This is important, okay? You want to make sure that you're not accruing interest and you are actually buying some time. So some billers and landlords charge a convenience fee when you pay a bill with a credit card. So make sure to compare your overall cost before choosing the most affordable way to get for you to get cash. Ideally, and this is really important, I want you to sit down and really do the math. I want you to run the numbers. I want you to work out those numbers. Make sure those numbers work in your favor. Don't you think that things can just work automatically in your favor right off the bat? No, they don't. You have to work out the numbers first. So ideally, the fee should be less than the cash advance fee you would otherwise pay. But even if it's not, you're not hit with a higher cash advance APR, it may still be worth it. We're speaking here about the shifting your bills around. So when we talk about this strategy is very important, and it's a strategy that a lot of people use, but more people should know about this, and they should actually make sure that they use it properly. See, the thing is, not all institutions do give you a debit card that is linked to your credit card account. So first thing first, boss, I want you to call your credit card issuer right now and ask them if they can actually issue you a debit card that is linked to your credit card, or if there is already a debit card that is linked to your credit card account. Okay, if they do, then you have an opportunity here. Okay, you can have an opportunity to get a cash advance at an ATM. And as always, make sure that there is no fee And if there is a fee, that fee is not as high as the cash advance fee that you'll be hit with if you were just to use your credit card directly to get it cash from an ATM. Option number 4. You want to use a bus. I just want to quickly remind you today's topic where it's talking about how to get cash from a credit card without a fee, without incurring a fee. Option number 4, use a peer-to-peer payments app. See, there are several mobile apps that allow you to send and receive money from other people. Some of these apps, such as Venmo and PayPal, can be linked to your credit card account. Okay, it's very simple. It's legit. Okay, this means that you can use the app to request money from someone else, which they can then pay into your credit card account. This is totally possible. So while there may be some transaction fees involved, this can still be a cheaper way to get cash from your credit card than taking out a cash advance. Okay, this is important. So think about which peer-to-peer payments app you currently have. Are you currently using Venmo? Are you using PayPal or similar apps? We do have a list of all the peer-to-peer payments apps. So if you're interested, just drop us a question below, and we'll certainly get back to you. Option number 5, you want to get a cash advance from your credit card issuer. Okay, this is actually a very good option. So if you really need cash and you cannot avoid taking out a cash advance, it's best to get the money directly from your credit card issuer. This way, you will only have to pay the standard cash advance fee, which is typically around 3% of the amount withdrawn. See, the whole thing is if you want to use this hack, it's better to go to a branch. So basically, essentially, you are getting a quasi loan, really, because you are asking them to actually, take money from your credit card limit and giving it to you. So if you want to do this over the phone, or do this even better, do this at the branch. We have tried this. I mean, yours respectfully, I used to do this back in the days, like 10 years ago, and it worked fantastically. I mean, you have a cash crunch, just go to a branch and just explain your situation, be very polite, and you get your cash right there and there. I mean, they're not charging you the 20% or 25% cash advance APR. They're charging you only 3%. And if you are in a cash crunch, if you really need the money, I mean, 3%, you really don't care about 3% anyway. You just want to have your cash. Okay, that's what you need anyway. Okay, so this is a great strategy, but please make sure that you actually do it at the branch. I just want to specify that. Do not do this over the phone. Do this at the branch, and make sure that the credit card issuer is okay with the fees. It has to be only 3%, nothing more, nothing less. Very, very important. And also, one thing I want to say here is that make sure as you get the cash, make sure that you have thought about the repayment strategy. Repayment strategy is really important. Don't just get the cash and not think about repayment. You have to think about repayment. Let me talk to you now about option number 6. You want to get cashback rewards. See, the best option with less hustle is getting cashback rewards while shopping from grocery stores or other retailers. Okay, you can simply ask the cashier for a cash advance while paying with a credit card, and this works fantastically. And the cashier will give you the cash in the form of a cashback rewards. So basically, you get cash, and you have not incurred any single fee. So this works fantastically, depending on your situation. But again, you have to make sure that you go to the right grocery store or retailer. Option number 7: if you want to get cash from a credit card without a fee, think about making purchases for friends. Okay, I mean, this is a great solution. Basically, you are buying things for your friends. You can ask your friends or family if they want to buy something. You purchase it with your credit card and get cash for the purchases from your friend. See, the thing is that you need to find a friend who uses cash. If you have a friend or a relative who is planning to make a big purchase in cash, you can make the purchase for them using your credit card. Okay, in return, your friend can give you the cash or deposit the funds into your bank account, perhaps using a peer-to-peer payment service. Okay, so this is kind of cool. Now, this scenario, let me just qualify this. This scenario does not break any rules at all. However, many major peer-to-peer payment providers forbid using their service to get a cash advance from your credit card, and they could suspend your account or take legal action if you do. Okay, so user agreements for PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, for instance, all explicitly prohibit this. Now there are all others. If you are interested in this topic, let us know. There are all others peer-to-peer payment service who actually allow this, and we have a list. We have the whole list here, and we can actually give that list to you. Just ask us in the comment section, and we'll certainly share that with you. Now, one thing I want to say in general here is that it's just a lot better to just ask a friend, not go through an app. Just ask the friend and say, listen, I'll just buy the stuff for you. You just pay me in cash, or you just deposit the cash in my account. That's it. No technology involved, no app involved, nobody trying to bother you. This is just based on trust, right? Just make sure it's somebody that's closer to you, though. It has to be a friend or a relative for this thing to work. Boss, I'm still talking to you about how to get cash from a credit card without incurring a fee, okay? And option number 8, you want to buy prepaid cards. So you can purchase prepaid cards or gift cards with your credit card. Later, you can use prepaid cards for cash withdrawals from ATMs without withdrawal fees or higher APRs. And you can buy a prepaid gift card with your credit card and then sell it to someone for cash too. I mean, there's a great option. There's a great strategy. You may have to accept a little less than the face value of the card to incentivize someone to purchase it from you. But there are several online marketplaces to assist you, like Gift Card, Granny, or Raise, to name a few. So just make sure whatever discount you offer is less than what you would have it paid in cash, advance fees, and interest. Okay. And also another option that works fantastically is retail arbitrage. And this is something that we really have covered on other shows. So retail arbitrage means buying products from clearance sales or discount offers. And basically, you turn around and later on you sell it online, such as you sell it online on platforms such as Amazon or eBay, and you get the cash. So this can be a slow process, but comes with no fees or interest rates for that matter. Okay, so you just buy something with your card, then sell it for more. The thing is, if you're willing to shop around, you may be able to use discounts, sales, or credit card rewards to purchase items at below market prices. Okay, and again, then you can sell those items online or to a friend at a higher price. The profit may give you the cash you need, plus a little extra to cover your interest charges if you need some time to pay off the credit card balance. Of course, there is a chance you will not be able to make a profit or sell the item at all. So, I mean, as with everything in life, there are risks. So this is a risk that you have to accept. The cool thing is, if you want to use retail arbitrage, I want you to go with articles or items that you have a clear understanding about. In other words, go with the items with which you have great familiarity, you know very well, and so that you know how much they're selling for, you know how much you can actually pay them for, and all that kind of stuff. And you have to know also your target audience, the potential buyers. So the more experience you have with a particular item, the better it is for you if you want to use retail arbitrage to your benefit. Very important. Option number 10, I want you to pay your bills, boss. The thing is that, you can ask people in your surroundings to pay their bills via a credit card. This is kind of similar to what I said earlier when I said you want to ask them if they have a large purchase coming up, and then you just charge those purchases on your credit card. It is the same thing, very similar here. So you ask the people around, so right now, boss, I want you to look around in your neighborhood. Do you have friends? Do you have family? Do you have relatives? Do you have colleagues? People who actually they want to pay their credit card. They want to pay their bills, and they will pay their bills with a check or with wire transfers. Just ask them, if they accept it. See, the whole thing is it has to be based on trust, right? You have to be pretty close to those people to ask them. They have to trust you. So if they're paying their bills, you can get the payment in cash. Okay, this is the most convenient and accessible option to get cash from credit cards. And basically, this option is fantastic because there are no fees involved whatsoever. whatsoever. The whole thing is just make sure that the bills that you are paying with credit card do not actually involve some fees, because as I said earlier, there are some landlords or some organizations that charge you a quote unquote a convenience fee. And so as long as there is no convenience fee involved here, you are good to go. Now, this strategy works fantastically if you're a professional or a social circle, your entourage is pretty big. In other words, you know a lot of people, and those people trust you, because it's not just about knowing people. It's also about making sure that those people have the money, those people have bills, those people are financially set, and that they are willing to trust you. They are willing to do you a favor, because it is a favor they are doing you. Okay. They are doing you a favor to actually let you pay their bills using your credit card. It is a favor. Don't you think it is like a prerogative? No, it is a favor that they're doing for you. They're actually sparing you the 25.74% that the credit card would have charged you in terms of their cash advance APR. Okay, so you are getting free cash, from your friends and family. So this is you should be thankful for that. So it is a great option, a great hack, but make sure you know a lot of people, and you have to trust those people. Now, let me just give you a bonus here. It's important to actually watch out for a few things, okay? And the thing is, many credit card issuers treat things like money order purchases or credit cards funded wire transfers just like cash advances. So don't be fooled into thinking that you are skipping the higher fees and interest rate on a cash advance if you choose one of those options. You want to check the terms of your credit card agreement to see how these cash equivalent transactions are defined. Okay, while these alternatives may be less expensive than a cash advance, don't forget that you are still using your credit card to borrow money. So if you cannot afford to pay off your credit card balance each month, you still incur finance charges, albeit at a normal APR associated with your purchases. If you had, let's say, if you've had a certain change in your financial situation, you may be distracted. So to avoid the possibility of an over the limit fee, make sure that you have enough available credit limit to make one of those moves. So what is a credit card cash advance anyway? So basically, a credit card cash advance is a service that allows you to withdraw cash from your credit card account. Okay, and the PIN code for most credit cards can be set up via an online banking account, and this can be a useful tool in an emergency situation if you need access to the funds quickly. However, some card issuers require you to call customer service to get your credit card PIN code. Cash advances are a great way to go through hard times, especially if you have times of need when you don't have the desired amount in your bank balance, and each card issuer has withdrawal limits and fees that the cardholder must pay. How does the whole thing work? Well, when you request a cash advance from your credit card issuer, they will typically provide you with a special code that can be used at an ATM or financial institution. You will then be able to withdraw cash up to your available credit limit. In most cases, there is also a fee for this service, and there are a few potential benefits for using a credit card cash advance. First, it can be helpful in an emergency situation, and when you need access to funds quickly. Additionally, if you have a good credit score, you may still be able to qualify for a lower interest rate on the cash advance than you would on a standard loan. So it's something that you have to really think about what really works for you versus what you need right now. I just want to quickly end today's conversation with there are some problems with cash advance, and you really need to be aware of those problems, because it wouldn't be fair to you to let you know that it's a great thing. I mean, obviously you can do this, but there are some problems. There are a number of problems that can come along with cash advances. However, if you understand these problems and find a way to avoid them, then you should be able to get the money that you need without much trouble. First, you have the excessive fees. One of the biggest problems with cash advances is actually the fees that are associated with them. Cash advances usually have a 2 to 5% fees. In addition to the cash advance fee, you will also have to pay the ATM fees which can be between $2 to $5 depending on which bank's ATM you choose. Therefore, cash advances come up with costs from card issuers and ATM service providers. That's the number one. You have short repayment terms. Another problem with cash advances is that they often come with very short repayment terms. This means that you will have to repay the loan very quickly, and this can be difficult to do if you're not in the right financial position. Okay. You also have high interest rates. So those advances also tend to come with very high interest rates. This means that you will be paying a lot of money in interest over the course of the loan, and this can make things very difficult to repay the loan on time. For instance, you will have more interest charges on a $500 cash advance than on a $500 plane ticket. Think about that. And the longer you take to pay back the cash advance, the more increment will occur in the interest charges. You have potential for fraud or scams, okay? But this is because there are many companies out there that will try to take advantage of people who are in need of quick cash. There is an impact on your credit score, okay? Cash advances can also have a negative impact on your credit score because they can show up as a negative mark on your credit report, and this can actually make it harder for you to get loans in the future, okay? And it can be difficult to qualify for cash advances, especially if you have bad credit. This is because many lenders will only approve people with good credit, and this can make it hard for you to get the money that you need. And also, you have limited use. Cash advances are often limited in their use. This means that you may not be able to use them for all of the expenses that you have, and this can make it very difficult to meet your financial needs. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let me quickly recap today's conversation. So, to get cash from a credit card without incurring a fee, you have a lot of options. Actually, 10 that we have we were able to list here. So, number one, use the balance transfer check. Number two, use a convenience check. 3, get a cash advance from an ATM. 4, use a peer-to-peer payments app. 5, get a cash advance from your credit card issuer. 6, get cashback rewards. 7, make purchases for friends. 8, buy prepaid cards. 9, retail arbitrage. And 10, pay bills. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.